Have you ever faced a situation in your school or college or at your workplace where your teacher or your boss asked you to give a good presentation in front of a group of people? Then what is your exact feeling when they asked you to give a good presentation? Are you fear, nervous, anxiety? If you're feeling the same, then this video is for you. Watch the video until end so that you will come to know how to give a good presentation. Welcome back to my channel Talks with Teju. My name is Tejashwini. So if you're watching my channel for the first time, then subscribe to learn English fast. Well, let's go back to the topic. First, let's understand what is a presentation. A lot of people feel very nervous when they are asked to give a good presentation in front of a group of people. So giving presentation is definitely not an easy task. What is presentation exactly means? It is about presenting the topic or the concept to your audience through a visual aid. That means you need to prepare or you can use the PowerPoint to explain the idea of your topic to your audience through covering all the things in the slides of the PowerPoint. This is what exactly the presentation means. So before giving the presentation, first you should know why you're giving the presentation and what are the needs for your presentation. Before that, you need to ask yourself a certain questions that what is the purpose of your presentation and what are you trying to show to your people with your presentation. Your communication should be very clear. First, you should need to know your audience expectations and requirements. What are they expecting from your presentation? What are their likes and dislikes? What language they understand very well and what language they are able to speak. So you have to present your presentation according to your audience expectations and requirements. For that, before starting your presentation, you have to understand your audience very well. Your presentation should be specific, relevant and practical. This means your presentation should be simple and according to your audience requirement. Your presentation should be brief and to the point, but it should not be out of the box. Make sure that you should be very relevant to your topic while giving the presentation. Be clear about your presentation, whether it motivates people, it helps them to know something or it helps them to learn something. Be clear about the purpose of the presentation. So you need to research before giving the presentation. If you give a presentation without a proper research, then it is going to be the disaster. So you need to be prepared completely and thoroughly before giving the presentation. So once you know the purpose of your presentation, then you need to make the structure of your presentation. The meaning of the structure here is, after research, you need to collect the related data to your topic. But with the collected data, we can't give the presentation. We need to arrange the data in an order to be very clear. And that structure of data won't speak. You are the presenter and you have to speak on that particular topic. First, you have to understand the mindset of your audience. Some might understand and some might not understand your presentation. So it is very important to clear it out, whether your audience understanding or not. Each and every idea of your topic should be clear and relevant fact. You need to follow a particular direction for your presentation. It should contain a proper opening and a proper closing. Your presentation should be very structured. So you have to plan some ways to grab the attention of your audience or to encourage your audience to participate in your presentation. If you are the only person giving the presentation and your audience are not reacting and responding, then it is going to be a bad presentation. You know, a good presentation is a two-way communication. You talk and at the same time you make sure that your audience also to participate in your presentation. So here is the important point. More than your presentation or slides of your presentation, your personal style and your presentation style is very, very important. So now let us know how you need to present on a particular topic. Your presentation style should have a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Instead, if you're talking with a dull and boring voice, then your audience won't like to listen to you. So the next one is a body language. There is a lot of attention to your body language. The way you stand in front of your audience is very, very important. If you should not maintain a proper body language, it shows your audience that you're nervous and anxious. So maintain a proper body language and speak to your audience confidently. And you have to maintain a proper body posture. You should not lean on a particular direction or you should not stand with hands in your pocket or folding your hands. It shows a negative body language. And the next one is your voice and tone. You should not speak the complete presentation in the same tone. You have to high and low your voice when required. And also the right tone is very important to grab the attention of your audience. Try to use the humor in middle of your presentation. Your presentation will be dull and boring if there is no humor in it. So try to crack some jokes. It will help you to grab the attention of your audience to your presentation. Nowadays, people pay attention on something hardly for 2 to 3 minutes. So just by listening your presentation for 2 to 3 minutes, they decide whether they need to listen further for your presentation or not. So make sure that your opening should be very important to hold your audience attention. And the final step in the presentation is handling questions. It is important that you need to think in advance that what kind of questions your audience is going to ask you about the topic that you are presenting. So you have to be ready to answer for the questions that your audience asked you. So follow these steps to give a good presentation and do subscribe the channel to learn more information.